Hey, it's Miss Lady T. Yo! So, I guess how many of people I guess I should ask? Um, I know you have to, use your discernment and weigh out certain decisions. And sometimes you have, choices, and sometimes you don't have choices or you don't have time to think about them. I mean, if they're bad choices, not to get in those situations anyway. But, so, I don't know if I even talked about this. So I tried briefly a dating app. Confirmation. I didn't do that on purpose either. I guess that wasn't supposed to happen. Anyway, didn't really match with people. I can't believe that just happened. Wow. Obviously not good. You gotta use your noggin. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll get back out there. And different signs was telling me 1, 2, 3 on the clock, 22, 33 on the, or 12:33 on the clock. It's different signs. So I'm like, okay. Chatted a couple minutes, mostly about food. Matched with somebody. I was on there like 12 hours. But somehow I got off of it. Then they took a break, thing on there. And this is really practicing your spirituality. I mean, I've not really dated anybody since I've really become spiritual and in tune with myself and other people. So it's kind of like, I still need my training wheels. Can I do this? So I'm just like, all right. Chatted a couple minutes. The person's name was like a biblical name. So I'm like, okay. Watch for signs and sounds, like my shit dropping off the wall. I'll tell you why it just did that. And I'm thinking, never got too far. Just, what do you like to eat? Italian, Chinese, Mexican, whatever. Just talking about food and butter and bread. Just service talk. Got to the point like, oh, what's your hours? Like, where do you work? Not where do you work, but just what hours do you work or whatever. And I'm like, anytime I want, I'm a content creator. And before I got any message back from that, he went on to say like what he did. And he works like, a 9 to 5 type thing. And then he said where he worked at, not where, but like the city. And it's pretty local or whatever. But the city, it's a trigger to me. And he named the city. I'm such and such and such and such, and I'm like, nope, and nope. And about that time, I'm like, I'm going to get on YouTube and talk about this for a minute. And then I'm starting to talk about it, and then I knock my little temperature thing off the wall, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's a sign. I mean, I didn't know until, the biblical name was cool, but location where he was, that was cool. But when you said where he worked at, I'm just like, nope. It's just, I'm not saying the name of the town because I might be a little biased because everything I've dealt with that come out of that town has not been good. So I just, maybe the spirit was testing me a little bit to see how I would do. Not thinking anything of it, kind of like, I've tried dating before and usually just like, go home, call the ex. And I'm like, no, we can't do that. We've cut cords, we've broke ties. None of this going back bullshit. Because that's what always got me in trouble. Relearning lessons you've already learned. Getting right back into the shit. No. So, and I have my own reasons or whatever. But I'm like, no, can't talk to you no more. I didn't say bye or I don't like where you work or nothing like that. I'm not trying to be rude or mean. But it's just like, it was a test. It was a test. Just to see, I talk all this talk. Can you walk all the walk? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you got to be willing to do the action too. So I'm like, trying to get back out there a little bit. I went out today for lunch with my son and his family, and that was cool. Just got back home a little bit ago. Just talking about food. So I'm like, I don't know why I'm full, but I'm just like, a spirit tests you. And he'll let you go so far. They won't let you go so far as to be like, get you in a situation or whatever, but just, you got to think like what your conversation is. And it was, okay. And even where you work, that's okay too, the town. But to me, that's a trigger. And that's a no. And confirmation. And that's the kind of thing you talk out loud. Talk to the universe. Talk to spirits and be like, hey, am I supposed to be talking to this person? And then wait for a sign. It'll be a noise. My dog likes to, do her collar thing. That's always a good confirmation. There'll be a bird fly by real close or something. A leaf falling, like a single leaf falling, or, prominent in the fall, which is not always the greatest confirmation thing, but I'll have that periodically, just a leaf fall. And it was like, oh, okay, they hear me, what I'm saying, Or for asking for protection, because all the spell work and all the craziness that people like to do to take you off your path, put you back on your path. But yeah, just some of us have training wheels, some of us are knocking the training wheels off, but I'm like, all right, I've been test driving this for a while. Let's take it out on the road and see what happens. See if you can obey see if you can obey the road signs. Like, don't test it any further. And then it takes a minute to you to feel their energy a lot of times, unless it's really bad or really, just off, then you'll sense it right away. But I just wanted to I had a confirmation on my telefonio. I don't know why I said it that way. But I'm just, anyway. It's Miss Lady T. Stay tuned, man. It's my story. Miss Lady T. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.